Hey guys, this is All Stream That back with another episode of MLB The Show 19, Road to the Show with the starting pitcher. And right now we're going to take a quick look at the poll results. And we had two votes. One was my vote, which was for the slurve, and the other one was for a slider. So, because there was only one other vote, we're going to go with that one other vote, and we are going to be getting a slider the first chance that we get to do some training with the new pitch. That is the one we're going to go for. And this is the start of the 2022 season, and this is what the schedule looks like. We've got Cleveland, we've got Detroit, Boston, Minnesota, the White Sox, the Astros, the Washington Nationals, the New York Mets, and the Oakland Athletics. Because we are the closing pitcher, we're going to get through maybe a month in each of these episodes as long as we're the closer. And this is the very first game of the year. It's the 9th inning. We're up by 3. Let's go ahead and just try to end the inning without allowing a run. We're not going to be too hard on ourselves for this first game. So let's see if we can get the first save of the year. And there is strike one on a good curve. That's a good circle. He still hasn't taken the bat off of his shoulder. And still strike two. There we go. That is out number 1 on a ground out to the shortstop. And here's Rhys Hoskins. And, ooh, that is gone. Are you kidding me? The first pitch we throw to Rhys Hoskins, it's his first home run of the year. I should have known better. .422 feet. Okay, well, we're still up by 2. And there is strike 1 on a fastball. He's 0 for 2 with the walk today. Count is 1-1 on a low circle. Low curve, the count is 2-1. And there's strike 2. We've got a 2-2 count. And that is a line drive out to left field for out number 2. And here is Travis Shaw, the designated hitter, 0 for 3 with the strikeout. Strike 1 on a fastball. And a line drive to the first baseman for out number 3. We pick up the save. And all we have today is Clubhouse and Rivalry. And we're going to go into the rivalries and we're going to interact with Ricky Schnell and make him a fierce rival. Schnell texts you ahead of tomorrow's game informing you that he's been on a tear at the plate. I appreciate the confidence, misplaced or not. Good luck tomorrow. Tells you that said old clapback didn't go over his head. And here's our pitching coach. Would you like to get some work in on your pitches while we've got the time? Well, of course I would. And this is the command training, so hit the displayed pitch location target with the appropriate pitch type. And it's 1,200 points for gold. Okay, so this is curve. Not terrible. We've got our fastball. A little bit out. Another one for the fastball. Okay, we're not hitting with it. Let's get the circle. I'm not liking this at all. There we go. Nice, that was a decent one. Okay, I like that. That one wasn't good. That one was. Wow, it's like when we miss, we miss. Okay, well, we still hit it. Okay, we got something. So we've got a silver right now. That was way out. That wasn't very good. Well, we know we can hit the outer ring. Okay, we were 125 away from a gold. But we got our silver. And that was only our fastball that was affected. And we are pitching against the Detroit Tigers. In the top of the ninth, we have a 1-run lead. And first pitch is a ground out to second base. And now we have Joe Kirby. And Kirby has hit a home run against us. And that's ball one on a low and outside fastball. And that's a fly ball out to left field for out number 2. And we've got Broderick Nixon. That's a fly ball out to second base. That should be good to go. We have our save. And we have clubhouse and rivalry options today. And we're going to interact with Xander Bogaerts. He texts you ahead of tomorrow's game informing you that he's been on a tear at the plate. I appreciate the confidence, misplaced or not. Good luck tomorrow. That subtle clapback didn't go over his head. And here we are pitching against the Boston Red Sox. Let's do 5 pitches or less and retire the side in order. So that's to each. And we have a 4-run lead. That's a foul. And there's a fly ball that should be out number 1 to center field. And it is. And here is Julio Castro. And there's a fastball for strike one. Circle change a little bit high for ball one. A curveball for strike two. That was a good pitch, right down the middle though. And the count is 2-2 on a low curve. And the first baseman should get that pop up, and he does. One more out to go, and that's Andrew Benintendi. Strike one on a fastball that I thought was going to miss. And it's a fly ball. That should complete the challenge. We've got the win. And again, we only have clubhouse and rivalry options. And we are going to interact with CJ Crone of the Minnesota Twins and let him know that we aren't intimidated by his batting average in recent games. He sent us a text trash-talking us and our teammates ahead of the next game. And we're going to say congrats, I guess. Good thing we're not playing just you. Says that maybe we should be. He plans on stepping it up next game. And we have our pitching coach. When a hitter gets behind in the count, make him pay. I want them to fear you out there. Strikeouts per 9 has a double performance game. And we completely skip pitching against the Twins. They didn't put us in a game, so we're now here against the Chicago White Sox. We have a 5-run lead in the bottom of the 9th. And there's ball one to Herman. And, ooh, is he going to be able to recover? He is not. That is the second hit of the season against us. And actually, that's not, because that is an E6. So that does not affect us at all. Other than the fact that we're now pitching from the stretch for the first time in this season. So we've not had a runner on base. I want that. Even though as a pitcher I should always let those go to the fielder. But I am a little greedy. I can admit that. There's ball one. There's strike one. We've got a 1-1 count. Two 2-1 as the fastball dips low. 3-1. There we go. That's a fly out to left field for out number 2 on a 3-1 count. And here is Fuzzy Miklich. And there is strike 1 on a fastball. Strike 2 as he fouls off a circle. And he watches a fastball go by for strike 3. And we get another game against Chicago. And we are up by 1 in the bottom of the 9th. And that is going to be a double off of the first pitch. So we now have a runner on second with nobody out. And that is Jake Dye's third double of the year. And here's Fuzzy Miklich. Retire the side in order. And there we go. That was a hit. That gets runners on the corners now with nobody out. So a strikeout and a double play would be good here. Here's Jose Martinez. Let's try to end it without allowing a run. So there's one out, and there's the run. It is now tied. We blew a save. And here's Daniel Polka. There's out number 2. So I'm a little disappointed. And there is a low fastball for ball 1. And actually it's a 3-2 count because we do have that advanced count. And there we go. So we come in with the 1-run lead, and at the end of the inning it's tied. And they're going to let us keep going. Still tied. There is strike 1 on a curve. Strike 2 as a curve catches the corner. And strike 3 as he swings through a fastball for out number 1. Here's Ray Machado. And that is going to be a single. One out, runner on first. And here is Kevin Lopez. He is 0 for 3. He struck out looking in the 8th. Strike 1 on a foul ball off of a circle change. Strike 2 on a curve. Let's record a ground out. And that failed. It was technically not a ground out. It was a fielder's choice. Okay, the count is now 3-2 because of the advanced count. And that is going to be probably a double. And it's an RBI double. We have lost. We not only blew the save, but we took the loss. And now we are pitching against the Houston Astros. It is a tie game in the bottom of the 13th inning. Nobody on, nobody out. And Alex Bregman has an 11-game hitting streak. And there it is. There's a hit. So we've got a runner on first. And here's Aaron Althor. He's got 2 singles tonight. Okay, it looks like he's going to be bunting. Okay, they didn't get anyone. Now there's runners on first and second with nobody out, and here is Tony Kemp. Okay, we got the guy on second, so there's now 1 out. See, now in this situation, I'd be bunting. Maybe that's just me and, you know, the fact that I like to play small ball in these situations. If you've got a runner on third and there's nobody on second, you try to bunt him in. Okay, the count is 2-2. And we have lost. 2 games in a row now we have lost. And again, today we can't do any training, and I don't know why. We haven't been able to train any of our attributes at all this season. And we are almost through the first month, but we do have clubhouse and rivalry options. And we are going to mess with the catcher for the Washington Naturals. That's Spencer Kieboom. We're going to deride his opponent. We're going to deride his poor power numbers. He sends us some banter ahead of the game. You do you, I guess. We aren't worried. And he says that maybe we should be. He plans on stepping it up next game. And here we are pitching against the Washington Nationals. Top of the 9th, and we are down by 9. So right now we're just getting work in. And that's all we're doing. So we've pretty much lost the game. So we're just coming in to throw some pitches, I guess. Make sure that we don't get rusty. And that is going to be caught for out number 1 on a fly ball to left field. And here is Austin Barnes. He's 1 for 3 today with a double. And we get him to swing through a 4-seam for strike 1. And that was inside. The count is 1-1. Curveball hits the bottom of the zone. It's a 1-2 count. And he's safe. Alright. Here's Luke Maile. Luke Maile. Okay, he's going to stay right there at first on that wild pitch. Count is 1-1. Now it's 1-2 on a fastball. And there's a fly ball. It looks like the second baseman will go back to catch that. And there are 2 outs with a runner on first. And Trey Turner, he's 3 for 4 today. And there is strike 1. strike two as the curveball barely stays in.
Make your pitch.
And there's ball one on a high fastball. And there's the third out. And we have lost. And we get a second game against the Washington Nationals, and there's Spencer Kieboom. And we have a 4-run lead. Let's see if he is going to step it up. There's strike one. And he does step it up with a home run. We are now only up by one. We came in with a 4-run lead. That is Kieboom's second home run of the year. So maybe we should not have responded to him. Maybe we should have just ignored him. And here's Barnes. That should be out number 2, and it is. And here's Luke Maley. There is strike one. Strike two as he swings at a low circle and fouls it off. Still strike two as he fouls off a fastball. And he strikes out to end the game. We have won. Our ERA as a pitching staff is above the league average this season. Let's get to work changing that. We have a double performance gain for hits per 9 innings. And once again, we can't do any training. It's just clubhouse and rivalry. And we are going to mess with Willington Castillo and call out his lack of success at the plate before the upcoming game. He sends us some banter ahead of the game. And the only thing that we have, because we are now at the highest tier for Heart and Soul. So whatever, Duder, let your game speak for itself. We are now going to be doing nothing but Maverick. And he assures you that we don't need to worry about that. So what we can do now, since we have the perk, or since we have the 4th tier for Heart and Soul, is we can add either Pulse Pounder, and that will improve the velocity when our team is losing, or we can use Pacemaker. And that will... Okay, pitches thrown in 2 strike counts require less energy than normal. Let's do that one. And we have also taken off the Flash Flood perk, which is what fast-forwarded the counts to 1 and 2 when the go-ahead run is at the plate with the man on base and 2 outs. Instead of that, we have equipped... there we go. Cannon arms. So the outfielders will receive increased throwing strength. And we kept conductor, so we have improved accuracy in 0-2 counts, and with the pacemaker, not only are they more accurate, but they will require less energy in 2 strike counts as well. And here we are pitching against the Oakland Athletics. So let's... Yeah, we're going to try this one for a 200% bonus. We're going to try to end the inning without allowing a run or ever falling behind in the count. So let's see if we can do this. And that challenge has failed immediately. As I figured it probably would. There we go. There's strike 1. The count is 1-1. And that is going to be a foul. And it is a tie game in the bottom of the 9th. And we have a 2-2 count. And we have a full count, 3-2. And we strike him out. It took 6 pitches, but we did it. Here's Peralta. And that is strike 1. And there's a hit. Right over the third baseman. And here is Ramon Laureano. And there is strike 1. Strike 2 as he's early on a curve. And he watches a 4-seam go by for strike 3. That is our second strikeout. And here is Wellington Castillo. Do not throw consecutive balls and record an out. There is strike 1. There's ball 1. Strike 2. And there's a strikeout. We completed that challenge. And we're going to keep going. Here is Josh Watson. He's 0 for 4 with a strikeout. Let's retire the side in order. There is strike 1 on a circle. Strike 2 on a foul ball off of a 4-seam. And he fouls off another 4-seam that was pretty low. And is he going to be able to catch that? It looks like he is. That's out number 1. And we have a 2-run lead. And here's Marcus Semien. There is out number 2 on a long fly ball. And here is Mookie Betts. There is strike 1 as he fouls off a four-seam right down the middle. And he swings on a bouncing curveball. And there's a fly ball out to right field. It looks like we might get this. And we do. And we pick up a win. Our first of the year. And that is the end of the first month of the 2022 season. And we are now 5.5 games back from the Cleveland Indians, who are the leaders in the American League Central. And our record is 10-17. And personally, our record, we have 3 saves. Our ERA is 4.66 in 9.2 innings pitched. We have 6 strikeouts and a whip of 103. And for the American League, the pitcher of the month is Blake Snell from Tampa Bay. The player of the month is JD Martinez from Boston. And Frank Lopez of the, I think it's F. Lopez. Let's see, Fernando Lopez of the Los Angeles Angels is the rookie of the month for the American League. And in the National League, the pitcher of the month is Steve Strasburg. Johan Carmago is the player of the month from the Atlanta Braves. And Donnie Medeiros from the Miami Marlins is the rookie of the month. And in the All-Star voting, we have 23,000 votes, as opposed to Sean Doolittle of the Seattle Mariners, who is leading with 143,000 votes. So we have a little bit of work to do. And that is going to end today's episode. I want to thank everybody for watching. My name is Allstream.